You're listening to the Progressive Mind Show, your number one community building show in the world. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us as we discuss pertinent issues that relates to you and I with your host, ALINCO. You're listening to the Progressive Mind Show, your number one community building show in the world. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8 p.m. CST, live on Facebook and YouTube. Join us as we discuss pertinent issues that relates to you and I with your host, ALINCO.
Welcome, everyone. This is the Progressive Mind Show. My name is Senna, aka ALINCO. We are live in the studios right here in Chicago. It is a beautiful, Wednesday. It's a beautiful Wednesday. See, we've been off, just one Wednesday, and I'm getting it mixed up already. But a good off day because we work very tirelessly towards our first broadcasting season kickoff, which was a great success. We'll be talking about it. The reason we're here today, the reason for today's show is dedicated to all our audience out there, fans, supporters, viewers, and loved ones who came through to help us. But we would definitely dive into it later. Once again, you're welcome. This is the community building platform. Again, my name is, ALINCO. And I have a beautiful co-host today, guest host today, who's going to help with the discussion. Please help share the feed on Facebook and on YouTube. Let's take the Captain Mike segment. When we come back, this Thanksgiving Appreciation Day to our viewers would continue. Captain Mike, beautiful weather, beautiful. No, I wouldn't say beautiful weather. I would say kind of calm, cool day, smooth day as well. But tell us what's in there.
Well, it's going to cool off tonight. Today, I'll take it because it got up to 63 degrees with those winds out of the southwest. Had some misty and some showery times today, which better than snow. But speaking of snow, it's coming because it's that time of the year. So right now at Midway, we're looking at 48 degrees, cloudy skies. So let's take a look at the rest of tonight and for the rest of the week. So for the rest of tonight, get down to about 35 degrees. We're going to have some showers off and on, but they're going to move off to the east, southeast. Tomorrow, it's going to be clear early, but clouds move in late, and we may have some snow showers, have some clearing overnight. Friday, clouds move in late, so it's going to start out kind of clear. Saturday, we have a possibility of some snow showers. So look out for that. Nothing's going to stick, no measurable accumulation, but it's going to be there. Possible Saturday. So look out for that. Rain early on Sunday. Then we have clearing late. Monday of mixing sun and clouds. Tuesday, mostly clear. And Wednesday's going to be mostly cloudy, but we're going to stay pretty dry. So not too bad as far as our weather goes. So we're going to top out in the mid 30s to 40s, and we're going to get down into the 30s, upper 30s, and maybe even some 20s throughout the week. So keep those coats handy. Going to be a little chilly. And talk sports. Portland taking on the Trail Blazers. And now for our health and fitness report from Parade Magazine, we'll talk about the 3-minute break from the American Journal of Physiology. We found that moving for just 3 minutes every 30 minutes, will increase some aspects of your blood sugar control, and especially if you're at risk for type 2 diabetes. So to combat the health busting effects of sitting all day, a lot of us sit at our desk a lot all day. These are called mini breaks. They improve your metabolism. They improve your mental health. So every 3 minutes for every 30 minutes, just walk around the office, climb a set of stairs, walk around the house if you work from home now. And that will improve your health for just 3 minutes every 30 minutes. So 3 and 30, we'll call it. So take advantage of it. Small steps.
Look, interesting. I think Angie, you can allude to what he's saying, right? How we sometimes sit down for over 3, 4, 5 hours without getting up, trying to move our leg if we have a lot of work to do.
Yes, totally can relate to that, Captain Mike. Definitely have sat for extended periods of time at the computer.
Yeah.
Get up and move around, dance, do some jumping jacks, do something.
Yeah,
sitting for long stretches of time, it does take away from your health, and it may affect your health on the back end. Let's say it takes years off your life, but I'm not that worried because those are bad years anyway. So who cares?
Okay, Captain Mike.
So you won her. You converted Angie. She said she's going to be doing that going forward.
And she got to send us video proof of it.
Look, I think we can start the 3:30 break challenge where we take video of us doing it and put it on social media. How cool would that be?
Hey.
Yeah.
That'll be the next big thing.
Yeah, because
it's helpful.
It just encourages or maybe reminds people to do it. Right? I think it might be a good thing to start. What an interesting idea! What a beautiful day, November 17, 2021. Captain Mike, thank you so much for giving us those updates. We're looking forward to seeing you next week. But hang around with us because today is very, very important. You being part of the team, we all want to be able to appreciate our audience who came through November 12th to support the Progressive Minds broadcasting season kickoff. You heard about it, Captain Mike. You want to share, maybe before you go, maybe in a few seconds, you being part of the team, your experience with interacting with the audience, maybe just a little bit about your take and how people, and then your appreciation to folks who came to support us.
Yeah, this is a unique platform, especially now. I think the pandemic changed a lot because we started out on radio and you don't have the interaction. It's kind of hard to put 2 and 2 together. You can hear the voice, but you don't know what somebody's looking like. Can't see. Maybe you can hear a smile in their voice, but you can't see it. You can't see anybody's reactions or their emotions, and that kind of takes away. So,
yeah, I don't know why we get this anytime we're trying to have a good.
Maybe the pandemic was a blessing in disguise.
Okay,
I broke it.
I know you did. But anyway, let's see if we
I can hear
can.
you.
Okay, we can hear you too. You are making some valid points. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was just saying that this pandemic has really changed a lot of things, and it moved things in a positive direction in a lot of ways, because we had to rethink a lot of things, a lot of ways we did things. So it wasn't necessarily a bad thing, and I hate that the fact that a lot of people got hurt or maybe hospitalized or some lost their lives. But for those of us who made it through on the other side, no, there are a lot of positive for it, for especially this show, that you took this to the next level. It forced you to go from a radio show to find a way to move it along, and it turned out better.
Mm.
And I'm not saying that that wouldn't have happened, but maybe it wouldn't have happened as soon.
Mm.
So
Yeah. No, you're right. I think we've come a long way. Right from the in-person style local radio station type of thing, which were in the pipeline to accomplish. But that's what we're doing, traditional radio. And I really want to thank you for coming through. I remember coming through Don Clark, and it was one phone call. We were at of course WGAC at the time. It was just one call, and you said you wanted to do this. And I have not met. I've worked with a lot of committed people, but I just really want to appreciate you uh, for staying committed, dedicated. You were just being a professional from the first day we had the conversation till today, man. You have a busy schedule as a pilot, but you dedicate and make time for this segment week in, week out. You've been a friend too, and you care, you show concern. Even when I, make the little errors, when I give you the information that you need on time, you would remind me, even if it's a minute too. So Angie, man, help me thank up to Mike. He's been a true professional and an asset.
Yeah, huge kudos to Captain Mike. I know how hard it is to find committed people. And so I've been able to see your name and been able to get snapshots of you at the beginning of shows. And so huge kudos to you for being able to stick in there and be committed and provide us with the information we need, laced with a little humor inside, because I love laughing. So huge kudos to you, Captain Mike.
Yeah.
thanks, but I gotta ask. We say committed. I got a little nervous about that term. There's a lot of committed people. Are you saying committed somewhere? Or, I mean,
Committed to progressive
define that term. Okay, you got to define that for me. You might have some people with some white coats waiting for me downstairs.
Committed to Progressive Minds Radio Show.
There you go.
Don't be nervous. I got it.
And a special thank you to your beautiful wife. I know two of our events, she came with you. Anytime she's around, she had been supportive, and I'm sure she supports from behind. She allows you to do this week in, week out. So my shout outs to her and my big appreciation and respect to her. Please let her know that.
Well, thank you.
My brother, thank you so much. He's a man of less words, so we'll let him go. And Angie and I will take it from here. Captain Mike, God bless you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
All right. That was my favorite Captain Mike. He comes every Wednesday. He starts our show, so that is the captain. His segment is the Captain Mike segment, where he gives us tidbits on weather, sports, and health. Weather, sports, and health, which is part of the Progressive Minds agenda. These are things we care about. These are the things that are pertinent to folks in our community. But Angie Mims, you're welcome to the Progressive Mind Show. The first time as a guest host. Who knows? You might be a co-host and all of that going forward. But Angie, you're welcome.
Thank you so much, Senna. I appreciate it a lot.
My pleasure. And today, as I stated earlier, our viewers, we really want to thank you. We really want to dedicate today. It's November 17th, 2021. There will never be a day like this. It's 17 minutes past 6 p.m. Central Time. And I I really want to thank everyone that came to support our first broadcast and Progressive Minds first broadcasting season kickoff. Never thought of this, and I'm actually glad that the person who pumped this in my head and said, "Sana, we have to do this. You have to do this." It's right here, and Jimmy's. But before of course, have it come in, I want to thank God for making it possible for us. We really want to appreciate Him.
Yes, yes.
Uh, from 2017
Mhm.
all the way to we've never had a fundraiser. Okay, as a show, we've never even thought of it. When we were at the radio station WGAC, yes, I played, significant role as a general manager, as program manager, and all of that in doing that for the radio station. But as a radio show, we're 4 years running, and we thank God for the things that he's been able to have us do for the community and for people around the globe. And
Mhm.
maybe with time we can play some of them. But Angie, before we begin with the names that we want to appreciate today, tell us a little bit about. I know you said something, but about you, Angie, your background, where you coming from, what you do, what you engage in, and then why, and then just usher some of our viewers into why we're here today.
Well, thank you so much again for having me on this show, Senna. For your listening audience, I am Angie MIMS, and I've gotten a chance to work with Senna ever since I've gotten a chance to remember. I've always been interested in bridging the gap somehow, some way, with Blacks, African Americans, and Africans, and so it's been a sheer delight to be able to be the resident religion reporter for the Chicago Voice newspapers in conjunction with working at the school and doing a little radio on the side myself. And so when you came with your ideas and I saw your work and I just saw all of the effort and resources that were being put into what I've been dreaming about since I was a little girl, I said, yes, let me get behind this cause because it's huge, it's immense, it's monumental, and it's something that we all need to be able to learn and glean from. And so, being somewhat of an educator and a writer, this is definitely up my alley.
Thank you so much. And I also have been very honored having met you. Sister Africa actually was the one that connected
Absolutely.
us. We met through her at Raven Fellow's birthday, 50th birthday
Yes.
party.
Yes.
And I remember we talked, and you were passionate about some of these things that you mentioned, and it really touched my heart because it's always powerful when you connect with people, like-minded people, and folks who care about community and the African diaspora and stuff like that. So we had a little chit chat. I remember having a little talk there. Um, and we did not really keep in touch. We were not purposeful in keeping in connecting, but some way somehow posterity had us, working very close.
Mm-hmm.
And when I came to you talking about some of the challenges that I experienced day in day out, as trying to run this show, you looked at me and said, "Sana, this is what you need. You have to do a kickoff type of event where people can come and where you can give people the opportunity to support what you're doing."
Mm-hmm.
That was really moving. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like I said, you have so many great things, and I don't want to jump ahead, but Progressive Minds is for those who are listening for the first time and for those who are becoming acclimated or becoming familiar with the Progressive Minds show. It's a beautiful, beautiful platform, and collectively, you already have 22,000 subscribers. So that speaks volumes in regards to your work, in regards to who you've gotten a chance to, you know. Connect with and educate us. And so I'm really grateful for that, from the exchange to the Chicago Africa Unity Cup to,
Hi, hello everyone.
the pageant, everything.
Mm. Yeah, talking about the pageant. So these are things that we're going to be doing. But yeah, thank you so much. And Sister Africa, I know you're busy, but thank you for your support and always making the connections.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Part of your work is what we are seeing now.
Mhm.
Angie and I working, and of course, you and I are we are all working together in so many different ways. But as I stated earlier in the beginning of the show, really wanted to thank our audience, and we gave God the reverence already. Wanted to thank my family, my mom, my sisters. You guys have been a blessing. I know my little nieces, you all share small prayers for Uncle. My nephew, who is very passionate about God as well, great guy. Kelvin, I know he's very soon. He's going to be a great basketball player. He loves it, very good at it. Um, Especially my sister Jocelyn. Akofa, wherever you are, if you're listening, I would just want to say that you're a very special, talented, beautiful queen, and I'm proud to have you as my sister, Akofa Jocelyn. I mean, wherever you are. I know that you have great plans, and I want to stand on this platform to tell you that whatever you desire in your heart, whatever happiness, whatever good thing you desire in your heart, you will receive it. You have actually already received it. And I really want, I'm really saying this because I know your heart, and I know the help that you have, and the support that you've given us, myself as your big brother, the entire family. But so having said that, I just also want to thank my mom, Rebecca. Rebecca, I know I should have started with you, but you understand, mom. You have been a pillar, really. You have been a pillar for the progressive minds, for me personally, of course. But you have been so selfless. Prayers, whatever it is, whatever support. Sometimes I do a show and she's the only one watching it. When I started, when things went downhill and things were very difficult for myself and the progressive minds, you would encourage, you would pray, and you would support wherever way you can. And so, Ma, I just want to really thank you, on this day of appreciation, to our audience and to our viewers. I really want to say thank you so much. God bless you, and I love you. To my sisters, to my other sisters, Bridget and Abigail, if we're, I know God will richly reward you for everything that you have done and keep doing for me and the Progressive Mind Show. It's been a long journey. I think I can do this appreciation just for my family for the rest of the time. Uh, Angie. Yeah, because they've been solid, they've been very strong. So just wanted to get that out of the way, and then friends who have been. But now that I've gotten friends out of the way, I just a friend that I wanted to mention, Pastor Akron Ate. I know that you're busy right now. I reached out to you, said you have some things, but I really want to take this opportunity as well to thank you, Ate, for being a friend and a brother. I told you on Friday night that you are the brother that I didn't have. You just care. We've known each other for a few months, but you just care about the message, the vision. You care about me as a person. You show it, and since then you haven't stopped. It speaks of your character. It speaks of your profession, your ethics, your morals. You are a pastor and you exhibit it. You are not just a pastor on Sundays. You are not just a pastor behind the pulpit, but you are a pastor everywhere. And it's not just me, it's just the way you love and care about people, and you show it, your selflessness. I really want to appreciate you, Pastor Ate Akron of Temple of God Church, on the north side of Chicago. My friend Joseph Aisi Crow, absolutely grateful for your support, consistent support. I really appreciate you. Selassie, Amekuji, Richmond, Cabral. I know you guys are not here, but I really want to take the time to mention you for your support in the past. Angie, I don't know if you want to come in here. I know I've been going on and on.
Fine. I mean, we have to thank people who have been a tremendous support to us. And so I definitely want to honor my own parents who have been a tremendous support to me and all that I have going on, which is a lot. Um, so I just want to give them a huge shout out to both Pastor and First Lady Edward Whitehead, along with my own son, who's been very patient with me as I try to navigate these terrains as a single mother. And so definitely want to shout out my son. Definitely, I'm in full agreement with you when it comes to Pastor. I'd say someone who epitomizes both brilliance and humility, and that is very rare. And so his willingness to help, his ability to educate in conjunction with preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ is huge. And I think that he did an amazing job this past Friday emceeing the event, as well as thanking those who helped us with greeting and serving. Geraldine Campbell, Annie Lawrence, along with Willa Rockamore, Brandon Maxey, Tiffany Glass, Whitney Taylor. All these people did an amazing job helping us get this event off of the ground. And so to all of you, do I say thank you, thank you, thank you, and I love you tremendously for it.
Thank you, and we love you too. We love you. Yeah, your team was amazing. I was all the way. You single-handedly, you were like, "Son, I'll take care of this," because the day before the event, we things didn't seem like things didn't seem ready. But you said it will be okay, and you brought a team on again with very scarce resources. Okay, okay, funding coming from nowhere. But she's like, I got you. Just do this, and I'll take care of this. Just do that, and I'll take care of that. And on the day of, actually, it was very, well organized. The weather was bad, I must say.
Yeah, it wasn't good weather.
The weather, just pulled the fast one on us. Seriously, all of a sudden, because it started well, and actually, I think it has some impact on the event in terms of some of the people who wanted to come, because I got text messages last minute, people calling off, or just saying, "Hey, I can't make it." The weather, they didn't say the weather, but you already know.
Yeah, you already know. The weather has a way, doesn't it?
If you are if it snows, raining, and it's a Friday, very difficult. And that's why it's very important to really, really appreciate the people that made it there. And in a minute, we're going to do that. Before I continue, I want to say a big shout out and thank you to Yanze Restaurant. Yanze Restaurant, the owner, Emmanuel, the last name, please forgive me. With Nigerian last names, you have to have it in front of you, or you have to memorize and know it off head. You can't be smart enough with it, because you have to pronounce it right. No, but great brother, Emmanuel, really appreciate you. God love you. Yanze Restaurant, one of the very fine African cuisines on the north side, authentic Nigerian food, jollof, and all of that, right there by Wilson and Broadway. Go ahead.
623 Wilson, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Broadway.
Yeah, absolutely. I also want to appreciate Hyde Park Liquor. No, Kimbark Liquor. Yeah, I think that's what the name is. Great gentleman there, Henry. Henry was super, super helpful. Really want to appreciate you, Henry. I think that's a store manager. Really appreciate your help for during this broadcasting season kickoff, during the Progressive Minds broadcasting kickoff. Also want to remember 200 Cuts, the manager there, Stephen, great gentleman, 200 Cut Liquor. Also want to thank you so much for your consistent support and help to the Progressive Mind Show, to me personally. Angie, there were some great men and women that visited us.
Yes, it was. We had retired Cook County Clerk Dorothy Brown there. We also had Secretary of State Jesse White, coupled along with Sean Tenner, as well as State Senator Michael Simmons.
Mm.
And I mean, you had a great lineup. And I mean, the way that Sister Brown came in, I mean, she was on fire. And as powerful as she is, you're talking about 20 plus years, okay, of being the Cook County Clerk in conjunction with being a certified public accountant, in conjunction with being an attorney, I believe, on top of all the other endeavors that she has certainly done well in. But to be able to come by and just change an entire intimate moment into something fun, something that really catapulted people to give and to enjoy the festivities, she did an amazing job. Amazing.
She absolutely did. Of course, surprised everyone, but it was just out of a good spirit. She was in the moment. She felt it. She actually, because she's been with us. I mean, we've been working together in terms of promoting her, some of her policies and her community agendas. We've been working together for some time now, so she knows what we are about, and so she came in owning the moment.
She did. She really did.
And as you stated, a person of her clout to leave everything that she's doing to have come to support us in that major way. Honorable Dorothy Brown, I always call her honorable retired Dorothy Brown. We really want to appreciate you and thank you dearly. But a very special honor and thanks to the Secretary of State, Jesse White.
Yes.
He's an impeccable leader, strong, smart, great, beautiful soul leader, who just helps everyone, including folks in the African immigrant community, specifically Progressive Mind Show. Anywhere we would ask for his just support, just being there, to support a community project for the African community or the African diaspora community, he willingly comes. And sometimes he'll come with a Jesse White tumblers.
Yes.
and perform with them and literally be part of the performance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so we really want to thank Secretary of State Jesse White for coming to our 2021-22 broadcasting season kickoff at Inyanze, November 12th. We appreciate your presence. Your speech was powerful. God bless your heart, and God bless everything you do. And thank you so much for your contribution too. We really appreciate you.
Yes.
I don't know if there's somebody that you recall that you wanted to appreciate in a special way, Angie.
We don't want to fail to mention Judge Meredith Hammer, who was also there in conjunction. Did you mention Kim Waltz?
No, not yet.
There. Yeah, she was there. I mean, Senna, you had some pretty powerful people in the room.
Yeah.
Powerful people in the room.
Yeah, I think we thank God that he always bring the people that believe in what we have been trying to do, right? And we just want to be an instrument, and so by doing so, God in his own wisdom leads us in the path of people who care about the community as well. Some of them, these great names that you mentioned, wonderful leaders, great leaders in our communities, and they come through and they support us, and we are so humbled by this, and that's why we're so thankful to God for giving us the opportunity to create a space where great leaders can come through and show their love and support to our communities. And so we're grateful, and I'll say that 2021-22 broadcasting season kickoff November 12th, 2021 was a success.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you just tuned in, this is it's today. Today we have a show. We're dedicating this day. I know next week is Thanksgiving, general Thanksgiving in America. Everyone is going to be celebrating. and be thankful for. But we are thankful for that which is to come, and what we've already have been blessed with by God. Uh,
Mhm.
and the main one is this past Friday when we had our first season broadcasting season kickoff. Why did we have it? Because uh, to produce weekly shows has been very challenging. It is not easy. It takes a lot of time, planning, and financial investment.
Mhm.
And if you have to do this week in, week out, and sometimes we do shows. Actually, we've been doing shows on Sundays too. So 2 shows in a week. And imagine just one show, number of effort that has to go in.
Mhm.
And so we just needed the help, administrative wise, social media, video editing, all of that. We needed the help. We've been needing it. And so this broadcasting kickoffs event was to galvanize support, which indeed we got. Could it have been better? Yes. And we pray that it would get better. We know that it will get better. But in the circumstances, in the conditions, considering what the weather for the day and for the people that turned out, the people that came to the event, we just want to say thank you once again. Thank you so much. Um, Angie, I don't know if there's another name. I know, so that we don't miss Sean Tanner.
Yes.
Fine gentleman as well. You talked to him, one time,
Yeah.
maybe a few times, but uh, if you know Sean, he's just a helper, a man who gets things done, a great guy who has a lot of love, and we're glad to have him helping the Progressive Mind Show grow in the right direction. And even though he couldn't make it that night, we know that he helped put a lot of things together. A lot
Yeah.
of things
Behind the scenes. Yeah.
together.
Hmm.
Well, what time is it? Angie?
It is approximately 6:40 Central Standard Time.
6:40 Central Standard.
Sina, let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Um, why is progressive mind so important to you?
Yeah, it's a close question. If I say close, as it's a question that people who are very close to me, the people who are that close to come up with this question every now and then. But progressive minds is important to me because I think it's my purpose in life. The concept, the idea of the Progressive Mind Show, the concept of that is basically uh impacting the world through radio. How do I use a media platform or the voice that I have to make a major impact? And I feel like this gives me the ability to do that.
Mm-hmm.
you know and it's not like I have not gotten a chance to be on other platforms or bigger platforms, people who have been here forever.
Mm-hmm.
I've always had, and people have always tried to talk me to take on bigger responsibilities. But the concept again and the idea is so important. The thought of leaving to another platform sometimes scares me, because I believe that I have a mission by God,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to guard it in a way. And my sometimes thought is that, would another platform, would somebody else environment provide me with that fertile ground, with that condition to be able to flow and be in the will of God? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and so I feel like in order for me to be a blessing to this world, in order for my platform, our organization to be a blessing to this world and to this society that I found myself in, I I have to I have to stay with the vision of Progressive Minds, which is effecting positive attitudes in the minds of people, being known as a positive factor globally in the minds of people,
Mm-hmm.
right? Basically, representing positivity. And I feel like this is so dear to my heart because I don't feel fulfilled if I can make my society or my community a little bit better than I found it.
That's sweet.
That is very dear to me.
Mm-hmm.
That I feel like we all, sometimes I feel like it's an obligation for all of us to be mindful or to feel responsible for the communities and the society that we live in
Mm-hmm.
because we are because of our environment. What we become is as a result or is determined sometimes by our situation, our conditions, and our environment. And God has already given it to us as custodians.
Mm-hmm.
So he is not going to be here trying to put this together to make it better. We have the world. If the world has to be better, it's not only be about talking. You can wish for it, but you got to know that you have a responsibility to it becoming a better place too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so you may not have you may not even identify or know the tool that you have to make it a better place, but just you supporting somebody who's doing a great job
Absolutely.
spiritually, morally, physically, anyway, just that energy is good
Mm-hmm.
enough if you are not capable of doing anything. But at least seek, seek to make this world a better place.
Yes. Yes.
Seek to make life a little comfortable for someone. Seek to uplift somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that as humans, we owe it to ourselves to be responsible for each other.
Yes. Yes.
And be responsible for and take care of our society. So when we come together and we care about these things, if we have collective voices discussing the challenges that we're facing in our societies, I feel like in those discussions, in those brainstorming and conversations would birth solutions, would birth, ideas, you
Mm-hmm.
know, laudable ideas to some of these challenges that we face.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, every time I see people and I see my society getting better by me coming on the show or any events that I want to participate or engage or promote, if I see people getting closer, if I see cultures getting closer, if I see minds and perspectives change a little bit for the better because of the questions and the comments that you were hearing, if I think that I'm evoking a question, a conversation that would be meaningful,
Mm-hmm.
if I see that somebody is motivated and encouraged, you know, that is for me fulfillment, and that's what drives us to keep this idea going.
And that's what I was going to get at too, like your drive to make sure that we're both educated and have exposure and events to attend and education to obtain and absorb. Where did that drive come from? What made you say, outside of you knowing that God put a calling on your life for Progressive Minds, what made you, where were you? What made you say, I've got to do this? I've got to turn my back on corporate America?
Mm. I can sometimes I think about it and I ask myself that question, but saying out, why are you on this path?
Mm-hmm.
When you could, like you said, work, being corporate and you know, um, do do what is regular and normal.
Mm-hmm.
And because I do struggle, you know, and I ask, and so in those moments I ask, um, and I don't seem to. I just feel this uncontrollable desire to keep going. And each time I've tried hard to, well, let me take my mind off of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I can't control the desire to come back to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, and I have a saying on my show, to whom much is given, much is required.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like having come from where I'm coming
Mm-hmm.
from Ghana, and some of the hard knock life that I had to persevere and experience to get here. I feel like I've been blessed with so much that I can't I can't just I can't just sit on that. I have to be able to give back. If I look back on my life and where God has brought me, of course you got to be willing and disciplined to be able to listen to and be obedient to stay in God's will. But I've been through a lot of challenges and so many times where I wouldn't have been where I'm at. But if I'm here, I feel like it's time for me to give back whatever God has given me. And this is my way of giving back. And that's where the drive comes from, right? You have to give back. You've been giving so much, you've been blessed in so many ways. And so I feel like I just have to keep going as long as I can find strength, even when it's very daunting, even when it's discouraging. It's like you are self-inflicting pain because you could do normal things or you could be like everybody else and have a more flexible and less stressful life, right? But you take on a very hard, difficult road, you know, in terms of financial support, right? And sometimes it's financial support, operational support, all of that. And it's like a lonely road, right? You have to, so but again, the idea that this is my time for me to be able to give back, it's where I draw my inspiration from.
I love that. And I wanted to ask you those questions because I wanted your listening audience to be aware and fully cognizant of the fact that, this is a great work. It's monumental. It's not, local. This is a national movement. And so I just wanted, to get in the mind of the visionary. See, where your heart is and where your drive is birthed from, and how we can be a support. And one of the things that I loved that the Honorable Dorothy Brown did this past Friday was, she was able to seamlessly both vocally support progressive minds in conjunction with giving. you know and I heard you when you said earlier, it can get lonely, it can be stressful, it can even be discouraging, and it is a lonely path when you are doing something that is not strictly entertainment driven but more so informationally driven, to better educate us and to let us know about the different cultures that are around us that we're a part of. It can be quite taxing. And so the Honorable Dorothy Brown definitely was able to get us started with giving. And so I did want to invite those who would want to support Progressive Minds to do so and to visit his website. And you can go to thepmsshow.com. Again, that is thepmsshow.com, and look at some of the work that has already been taking place in regards to the Miss African diaspora, the African Diaspora Summit, the Unity Cup. There's just so many different things. And so we want to encourage you. I want to encourage you. Senna didn't tell me to do this. This is something that I'm doing on my own. But as he stated, this is a movement. This is something that needs support and help. And so if you would be kind enough to go to the website and to donate, that would be very much so awesome. As you can see, the visionary has not lost his vision. He has not given up. He is still trucking along. And so we say kudos to you. We're appreciating all who have, played a part, but we want to appreciate you as well.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm really thankful. And at this point, it's 6:51 p.m. We're still appreciating everyone who came to support. They just ended our first broadcasting season kickoff, 2021-2022. We were looking to get help with our production, administrative cost, and basically operational cost. Um, it could have been better, but it went well. It went well, and we are grateful.
It went great.
Yes, yes, you're right. You're right. It went it went great. It went great. I was gonna say well again. I don't know, but no, it was a beautiful event. I'm sure you've seen all the pictures on our social media pages. Again, I was overwhelmed with how the place turned out, because last minute we still had some work to do there, and the turnout of all those important people in Chicago, right? And
Mhm,
they stayed there. They didn't just pop in and left. They stayed and they donated.
mhm,
Jeez, you
mhm,
know, I was overwhelmed. I was
mhm,
overwhelmed, and I was just in the moment, thanking God from my heart that, look, I thank you for using me in this format. Because here is the thing: you have to be able to be cognizant of the well-being of people, and I am very concerned about the well-being of people. And I believe that the community is made up of individual homes, people, and politics. The way I see community, every community has, of course, begins with that concept. Politics, in the sense that politicians and politics control every facet of our lives. So, if you have a community, you deal with the stuff that are going on in the family, the domestic issues, you handle that, and then once you come out, you meet people dealing with different things: education, religion, social, cultural differences. But coexist. And then after dealing with people, you have to relate and work with politicians, because they're going to make the decisions that affect everything that you do in the community. So
mhm,
there's a need for us to knit the three components:
mhm.
connect, correlates, share ideas. And so these are very, very, very important. And so if we have to interact with the politicians, let them know how we feel about things. If they're doing well, we encourage them, because they're humans too. They would like to know exactly what they're doing, how it's affecting us. And a lot of times, Angie, I think folks in the media, or typically people would like to wait till that politician or that person mess up, right? They could have 10 policies and implement 6 or 7 well, but as long as they mess up one,
Mhm,
it can be taken, it can be used to override every good thing that they have done. And I'm not saying that they don't have negative sides of them. Every human is not perfect, but so what I'm saying is, it's a need for us to show them and appreciate if they do well. And if they don't, let's have a conversation about what we need. It has to be a continuous dialogue.
mhm,
And so they come to us, we interact with them, we share with them what we want, what we need, and how they're helping us. In return, they tell us the resources that they have for us, or some of the resources that may be coming that we're not aware of, right?
mhm.
So that's how we get help. you know we show them what we need, we tell them what we need, and they listen, and they go and try to get us. So that is the whole concept. It has to be intertwined like that. There has to be that
Yes.
interaction. And so, um with this heart, I feel like we just have to keep going. And so again, just want to thank you all. This day, this show is dedicated, and we are telling the story in bits, because we don't have a lot of time. It's a lot. The journey and the stories are a lot, but we sharing it to let you know the importance and the significance that we place on your help and assistance, and
Yes.
assistance to us. Okay,
Mhm.
because we don't usually get it. Uh, and so for all of you who made it in that weather on November 12th, which is this past Friday, to come to a Yanze restaurant on the north side to support us on our first broadcasting season kickoff, we want to say thank you so much from me, the founder and host of the Progressive Mind Show, Senna, aka Alinco, and one of our directors, Angie Mims. We want to say thank you so much, Angie.
I am grateful too.
I,
I'm very grateful.
before I forget, no, I can't. It's not. I wouldn't forget.
The band.
No, the band. I was going to talk about the band, but before that, I want to mention. I know that appellate court judge, Judge Justice Sharon Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the name is.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take this special moment to thank you and appreciate you, especially
Mm-hmm.
for coming over. I know that Shantana invited you, but she was one of the first people there.
Yes.
She was sitting in the corner with her beautiful daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yes.
she stayed till during the entire event. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so thank you so much. We really, really appreciate you. Um, I also want to recognize the leader for the Brazilian community, Maria Drell. Maria Drell, thank you so much and your organization for coming through to support us. Can't forget Dr. Margaret King, the founder of Global Chamber of Commerce. Then we had the African community leaders. David Matanda of Uganda. Thank you, brother. You have been
Mm-hmm.
such a support. You have been such a strong bone. I really appreciate you, David Matanda of the Ugandan community, president of the Chicago Ugandan community. We also have Omar Telly. Omar Telly, thank you so much, brother. Former president of the Guinean community here in the city of Chicago. Brother, you've always been supportive. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you. Fatima Traore is the leader of the Malian community in Chicago. Fatima, God richly bless you wherever you are. You showed immense love and support. I know Fridays are your busy days for work. Yeah, Fridays are her very, very busy days for work, actually. And she still made time, and she lives very far
Mm-hmm.
and in that weather condition. So I don't take it lightly at all. I say thank you so much, Fatima Traore, for your consistent support. Can't forget Dr. Ewa Ewa. Okay, Dr. Ewa Ewa. Dr. Ewa Ewa, my uncle, my brother, but my uncle, Oga, I greet you. I greet you, Dr. Ewa. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate your consistent support. Great leader in the African community, great leader in the state of Chicago. Period. Dr. Ewa is the highest African politician in the state of Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Fine gentleman, always ready and willing to help. Thank you so much. Francine from the Togo, Chicago, Togo, leaders, one of the leaders in over over the Togo community in Chicago, Francine. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your presence and your support. To my friend Crow, I mentioned you earlier. I know there were some other important. Chris. Thank you so much. Izzy Mays, you and your your fiance. Thank you so much. Ben Akoli, you came with your fiance. You also supported. I really want to appreciate you, Ben Akoli, for being a brother and a good friend. Um, trying to get some more names, Angie. Let me know if you remember some names I'm missing. Um,
There were
I'm-
so many names, Senna. There were so many.
yeah,
We're
but
so grateful.
yeah, I want to see if we did not miss. I think that okay. All right. So I think that's about some of the names that yeah. Um okay. So I think if we're not able to mention it, oh brother Hassan from the Ugandan community, you came and I'm sorry I missed the chance to talk to you. You were there. A couple of guys, Ife. A couple of guys, I missed you all, but I want to say this: if I'm not able to, if I did not mention your name, if we did not mention your name specifically, please know that it's not intentional.
Mm-hmm.
We, from the bottom of our hearts, really want to thank you,
Mm-hmm.
because we understand the sacrifice that you took. Again, Friday in that type of weather, coming all the way to the north side to support us.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Angie.
We also want to thank Islam Makor. We want to thank him for coming. We want to thank Sharon Johnson. I think you had mentioned her already, along with Patrick. Thank you so much. We also had Margaret King, who was in attendance. And so we would be here for a bit now if we thanked every single person, but we want to acknowledge you and to tell you thank you for fighting the weather. Thank you for believing in the vision. Thank you for giving. Thank you for making it a very festive first launch off. And so for that, we are eternally appreciative, and we don't take it for granted.
Mm.
You don't take people for granted. And so I want to give you my own singular round of applause for coming and for helping out. That's what I'm looking for. Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. I know that I didn't miss anybody that that I wanted to. And again, please pardon us. This appreciation continues for the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Your names are going to be on our website and our social media, but the support is continuous, because the work keeps going. It's continuous. We are non-for-profit 501c, so your donations are tax deductible. We're encouraging you to keep supporting us. The website is theprogressivemindshow.com, progressivemindshow.com, or the pmsshow.com. The reason is that some people just want to use it. So both work. Okay. If you type the progressive minds, you get it. But the pmsshow.com. I just want to say that watch out for a lot of innovative, thought provoking shows. Okay. As you have known the progressive minds for, as you have been associated with, as you have been familiar with, we don't come here because we want to talk on air or we want to be on radio. I tell people who are close to me all the time, and I think Angie, I've told you, if it's just to talk, that's not me. If it's to stand in front of people, that's not typically me. I don't really normally I would want to do that. So it's because we come here because we want to impact. We want to move our communities together along in the right direction, in unity, diversity, inclusion, promoting culture, promoting local businesses that may not have the platform to showcase their talent and their business, being the voice for the voiceless, representing different cultures, bridging the gap, acknowledging folks, communities, individuals that are uplifting lives. And so, and in all of this, whilst we do this, we're building our community. And so we are not going to relent, but we need your support to keep going and going in the right direction, to even keeping it going to do it better. And that's what we're asking for, to continue the work and to do it better, which is what we are working on. Watch out for very exciting season, because we're going to be doing some things with some schools, some kids, some youth. Different variations of the show is going to be coming your way. We promise that we will do our best to put our heart and souls in the topics that we discuss here to bring changes to our communities. Well, I can't forget. Oh, sorry, I missed this one. Larita Anthony. I must say that she has been one of our long-time supporters. She started with us when we were at that radio station, 2016, 17 on the north side.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Johnny Woods is also here. Johnny Woods says, Oh, thank you, Johnny Woods. So, Larita Anthony, thank you for being a supporter all these years. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate you. You have really one of my true uh, lifetime supporters. I really appreciate you. I haven't seen it in a while, so when I saw it, I'm like, oh wow. I hope you took a vacation and you're back. Uh, Keith says, Progressive Minds, great work. Continue the momentum and bring people together from around the world. Blessings.
Mm,
Okay.
wonderful.
All right. Anybody else has a comment to make about the show? Please go ahead and do so while we try to wrap up. Before we do so, Angie, give us your last word so we can wrap today's appreciation.
Again, like I said, just really appreciative of everybody. Me personally, I never want to take anybody's help, resources, and energy for granted. And so, for this to be your first one, this was amazing. And we just truly thank God for all of you. I am always elated to meet new people and to be able to let's bridge this gap together. So exploring this together has been nothing short of a delight for me. Um, I want to thank the band. They did an amazing job.
Oh my God.
I was so overwhelmed with just happiness. The music just shifted the entire, atmosphere, and it made it so warm and welcoming. I think we were dancing for a bit now.
Oh my God, the band, Nyan Support Band, Nyan Support. So if you're watching us, save the 24th December, Christmas Eve. There's a big concert coming up, Nyan Support concert, first time ever in the city of Chicago. Big time, big time. So be prepared for that. Save that date, 24th December. We'll be giving you more information. Watch this space. Watch out for a lot of information on this Nyan Support concert coming up. Well, on that note, I think that we have a comment here for Angie.
Thank you, Keith.
All right. On that note, we want to take the opportunity to thank everyone once again who came to support Keith Coleman, great partner, brother. We looking forward to great things to be done. I don't know, Angie. We did mention Kim Waltz. Is that correct?
We did mention Kim Waltz. Yes, we did.
Okay. Once again, thank you all. We really appreciate you. Those who came to support the 2021 came to support and give. For everyone who came to support and gave to the 2021-22 broadcasted season kickoff for the Progressive Minds. We want to say God bless you. God bless your family. God bless everything you touch. We so much appreciative. For those of you who couldn't make it, but you had your hearts in the right places for us when you were praying with us. We say God richly bless you. To all our viewers, thank you for your support over the years. For those who couldn't make it but had been with us, Prisla, and I think a couple names that has coming to me, but because of time I have to rush. Thank you so much. Keep following us and keep sharing our feed. Keep being part of the spreading of positive vibes, promoting positivity and connecting our communities and bringing unity and diversity, lifting up people, the community building agenda. Be part of it. So keep sharing our feed, and that's how you be part of it. That's how you make our communities better. On that note, I really want to thank Angie MIMS, who came through in a short while but has been phenomenal and very helpful. Great lady here. Looking forward to doing great works with her with the Progressive Mind Show. We're working partners now, so we're going to be coming to you. Watch out, watch out. Great energy. We're coming to you with a lot of great ideas. Sister Africa is on the team as well. I know whatever you are, Sister Africa, God bless you. I think that will make a very strong tripartite team. Go ahead. Well, okay, so if Sister ING does not have any more words, we want to say ciao, God bless. Next week we're going to what next week is Thanksgiving, right?
Yes. It is. Are you ready to
Am I ready to what?
eat?
Oh yes, you know what? Yeah, Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is, I am going to the burbs Going to be hanging out with the fam. Wait a minute, Sister Angie. Do you have time for this one?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Sorry, listeners. The appreciation went so well. We got caught up in making sure that we appreciate our loved ones. But we forgot to play this little clip that we wanted to get our viewers to see what we're about with. All right, let's enjoy. Very talented young people who have decided to follow.
Then another year it starts again. Well, this is different.
We should definitely be talking to those wonderful people. Once again, we urge you to share the feed on Facebook.
Hi there, I'm Faida, and today we're going to be talking about the African diaspora in Mexico.
The school and the African kids can come to America and go to school.
Whether UK likes it or not, I have to leave this country.
I became a member and a chief of the Vice Lord all in one day.
All these guys wins around the north at Midway Airport.
Rising beans. Okay, kids, we have had to come to an end of this beautiful set.
So we are tired.
It's not about race.
This is the inside account of a week that brought the Rainbow Nation to its knees.
You are in hell. We must.
Oh, okay.
Well, thanks for sticking around to watch that little clip. You have been watching the Progressive Mind Show, our appreciation to you episode. We want to bring the curtains down now because we got to go. We love you. We thank you. We appreciate you for your help and your continuous support. Next week, Wednesday, we will not be here because of Thanksgiving. But we will be back shortly, right after Thanksgiving, with what you will be expecting of the Progressive Mind, which is the best and nothing less. Thank you. God bless. Have a wonderful evening. Angie, Thank you so much for being a great not co-host, because I think I need a co-host. So maybe maybe you'll be a co-host. But thank you for being a great guest host this evening. God bless you, and we'll be working very soon. To all of you, God bless. Have a wonderful evening. We will be in your faces very soon. Bye-bye.